So I'm so excited to be with you here today, and every week we come to you with this amazing show. Educational. It's educational. It's going to be empowering, and it's going to be entertaining. And my favorite S word in the whole world is Cheryl. And Cheryl's our Black Diamond ambassador here at Youngevity. She's absolutely amazing. Most incredible woman I've ever met, and just a ball of energy. So Cheryl, bring the entertainment for us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, great. No pressure, Paul. Thank you so much. Yeah. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, entertainment galore. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm blessed to be here, Paul, and really grateful. So
Cheryl, what's going on in your life over there?
Well, listen, we've got all sorts of things. We got a dump truck coming in here, making a volleyball court in the backyard. So I'm super excited about that. I mean, I'm homeschooling my kids now. Well, I'm not. They're actually being tutored, but homeschooled. They're loving it. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit of an adjustment. It really is. But super blessed to be able to do that. And you know what, Paul, I'm really excited about is I'm really getting back into the core values and the core skills of this business, and meeting women, out talking to them, and out really coming together as a group here on the East Coast, and really lifting each other up and helping each other. So super excited. So lots of stuff.
so awesome. So I know you're also excited about convention coming up here.
I cannot wait. Paul, it is going to be so much fun. We hope to see you there. I'm super excited about my fine to fabulous lunches with a bunch of women. I cannot wait. I'm so excited, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm super
that'll
excited
be so much fun. So there's still space available for that. Is it right? They just open up some more. You open up some more seats on that?
Yes, we did. We got a bigger room, and there was just so much need, I guess, and so many women wanted to join us. And Paul, you know, one of my biggest things, I don't want anybody to be left out. And so I'm like, yes, come and join us. So super exciting. We're going to have a lot of fun things to do. We're all going to be able to pick the logo together, the Find to Fabulous logo that we're going to have, and maybe even the colors. I picked a couple that I love that I really think about when I think about going from fine to fabulous and things like that. But we're going to let women pick. We're going to have a lot of things to give away, which I'm super excited about. And one of those things, oh my gosh, and I think that Michelle put it on when we sent out the Facebook, the little Facebook square. But one of the things that I'm really excited about is the makeover. So we're going to have a makeover that we're going to give away there. And then Michelle has been so gracious in giving us over $500 worth of makeup and skincare to give away.
Wow,
so
that is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is going to be so much fun, and really just connecting, talking to each other, and really just lifting one another up, and really just coming together as women. So that's what we're going to do. It's not going to be, you know, I don't know. It's just going to be fantastic. That's really what I think. Fabulous.
Yeah, no, I know one of the secrets, one of the things you're going to be giving away, and it's super, super awesome. Yeah. So I can't encourage you, if you're not registered for that, to register for that. We'll get you, we'll get out information on how to get registered. And that's going to be a blast. We also got some breakouts we're doing.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be awesome. We're doing the 7 S's to becoming a 1-star. So we're doing a 1-star training, how to get to 1-star. And this is what Star School is all about. It's about becoming a 1-star and then creating 1-star. So if you're not a 1-star yet, come to this training, because we will teach you exactly what needs to happen in order for you to become a 1-star and what to do. Or if you're already a 1-star and you want to create some 1-stars on your team, this is absolutely the class to come to, also the Breakout. So be at that, and we're going to have some giveaways at that for sure. Got lots of things to give away on that at that Breakout. And then we're doing then there's a Star School Breakout we're doing, which is going to be unbelievable. So it's going to be, you got to be there. We're not going to tell you what it's about, but it's going to be the best breakout there. Let's just put it out. We're already calling it out.
It is. It's going to be
no bias
awesome.
in that.
Yep. It's going to be great. And then I get to do a breakout, Paul, with the women ambassadors, which will be a lot of fun. We're working really hard on that. And, you know, the women ambassadors have such a heart for other women, which I love, right? That's like my whole thing. So that's going to be a wonderful time. And then I do a breakout with the other ambassadors also, with men and women. So that'll be a lot of fun too. So super exciting, like a workshop with the other ambassadors.
There's so many great things, Planet Convention, the run, and we're going to do a red carpet event. I got my outfit all ready. I know, so I'm super excited about red carpet, that event. And then we're doing the dance party, which is always fun on Saturday night.
Well, stop it, Paul. You know I hate to dance.
Cheryl, I know it's the thing you hate most in life. No, I told Cheryl there's still marks on the floor in Florida from the TAC trip when she was dancing because she was just ripping it up.
You have no idea. Okay, listen, Paul, you're not even going to believe this, but I decided to take a hip hop class. Okay.
Stop it.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I just signed up for it. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was worried that you already started. I'm like, you're like way ahead of me.
No. I'm going to have a couple under my belt though by the time I get there. So I may have to show you a new move.
Yeah, so there's going to be some dance classes by Cheryl at convention also. Do not want to miss.
Oh my gosh. By Sean Brown.
By Sean Brown and Cheryl Morley. That's
oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Unbelievable. So, okay, so let's get into our topic of today. So we're Cheryl and I are, we're kind of going back to basics. I mean, Cheryl talked about, her looking at her business and where she is in longevity and wanting to get back to the fundamental skills and the real basics of building a longevity business, the fundamentals. And one of the things we want to do to help you is to get you back to the fundamental mindset of how to be successful. And there's no book in the world as good as Think and Grow Rich to do that. I mean, that book has created more millionaires than all the other books written combined. And not just success as far as money goes, but just success in life in general. It is the ultimate book to read and to understand these 13 key success principles that were written so many years ago, but have been applied by all people in all different walks of life. And I don't know how many different, I think it's like 160 different languages this book was written in. It's just crazy. It's, get a copy of it, get a highlighter, and start reading it. So what Cheryl and I are going to do is we're going to go through half of them today and then half of them next week. And then we have the convention coming up the following week. So we're probably going to be not doing a Start School for a week or two there. But so let's talk about the first 6 today. And Cheryl, I'm going to let you do success principle number 1.
Okay, perfect. So this is how to be successful, Paul, right? It's the 13 ways of how we can be successful. We need to do every single one of these. And I am really loving this. And first, let me just say, think and grow rich. Okay, what I love is think and grow rich. It's not go to school and grow rich. It's not work really hard and grow rich. It's none of those things. It's think. It's the way we think. I think this is so important. I love this. So number 1, the number 1 rule is, and I've got to say, definiteness of purpose.
Excellent.
Yeah, I love that word, definiteness. Okay? So you guys, that just means whatever your mind thinks about, right? Or whatever your mind is concentrated on, that's what you attract, right? So you better be feeding it great things. You better be thinking about the things that you want, like who you want to be, right? So all success begins, this is so important, all success begins with definiteness of purpose, okay? And Paul and I have talked quite a bit about this, but it's that you just have to have a clear picture in your mind of what you really want. What do you want your life to look like? Because really it all begins with us. Doesn't it? It begins with how we feel about ourselves, how we see ourselves. And I think this is so important. If you're telling yourself bad things, then that's what will happen. We know this. And I've got so many stories on this exact thing that's happened, in my life that we'll talk about a little later. But before I turn it over to Paul, let me just say one of my favorite things, whatever a mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Paul, I love that.
Yeah, if I was going to get a tattoo, which I'm not, it would be that. I mean, that's the most important saying ever, by Napoleon Hill. And it's so true. And, Cheryl and I are absolutely obsessed with the concept of vision boards. We both use it. I look at mine all the time. I mean, multiple times a day. And it's just having that, knowing in your mind what you want in your life. And it works. It works every single time. Every single person that I've ever talked to that had a vision board, those things came into their lives. I know, Cheryl, you got a great story about yours. And we're going to go through all these laws one by one after we finish going over this overview. So we'll explain more on that call, but it's just, there's nothing more important you can do to start with a vision board. I mean, that just knowing what you want your life to look like. So number 2 is the mastermind principle. And this really should be called the longevity principle, because the whole concept is that when you have 2 or more people who work in perfect harmony to attain a definite purpose, that's where the magic happens, and so it's building. We talk all the time about building that inner circle and surrounding yourself with great people. So the concept of the mastermind principle is that when you have this mastermind group, when you surround yourself with these great people, you can accomplish more in 1 year than you could have accomplished in your whole life by yourself. And I know Cheryl's the best example in the world of this. I mean, when I was looking at the 300 Club and all the enrollments that were made last month, I mean, there was just thousands and thousands and thousands. Cheryl, exactly how long would it have taken you to sign up all those thousands of people by yourself?
Listen, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it in 10 lifetimes.
Yeah, no.
Right? And that's the beauty of longevity. It's not about you. It's about a team of people trying to attain or attaining the same goal. I love it, Paul. I absolutely love this whole concept.
Yeah, I call it your inner circle, which is, you can call it whatever you want, your group of friends, your top leaders, but you got this, you're surrounded yourself by these 9, 10, 11, 12 people that you're just best friends with. You talk, you bounce ideas off of, someday, and I love working with Cheryl because some days I'm up, she's not, but some days I'm not up, she's up, so it goes back and forth, and you get this whole group of people together that support each other in a tight, like, tribe community type of thing, club. And that's how great things get accomplished. One is too small of a number to accomplish anything great. So you're going to need a team, and you got to surround yourself with great people. Moving on to number 3, Cheryl, this is you. Number 3, go the extra mile.
Oh my gosh. This is probably my favorite one. It's just such a success principle. And I think the most important thing, Paul, is that you are going the extra mile before all of these wonderful things start happening to you. I'm absolutely positive that the reason why I've been given all of these opportunities, and that's exactly what they've been for me, just like they are for you, it's the opportunity to do what you want to do, to be who you want to be. But it is because before, when I was at Taco Bell, and even before that, really as far back as I can remember, I always tried to go the extra mile. I always would go the extra mile, even if it was detrimental to myself. And I've got so many stories about that, and I love it, Paul. It makes me laugh so hard, some of these stories that I have. But you know what? I guess probably the most interesting thing to me is most people don't do this. Most people, it doesn't come naturally. So that maybe that's something that we need to work on, right? All of us are going to need to work on 1, 2, or 3 of these success rules as we go. But think about that. Think about, do you go the extra mile? Because if you don't, then I honestly believe that a lot of these opportunities that could happen for you will not happen. So most people only do the bare minimum, Paul. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. And what I love a lot in this chapter that struck me was this concept of the QCM Formula. So it's quality of service plus quantity of service plus mental attitude equals your paycheck. So when I sign up a new business partner, I don't just that's not when it ends for me. That's when it begins. Like I really, winning that Trainer of the Year award meant the world to me. Like I want to be known, not just by people in longevity, but the new people I enroll as an excellent trainer, an excellent coach, so that the quality of service I'm giving to them, where I'm saying, now we're going to roll up our sleeves and I'm going to help you build your business. I mean, really moving in with them and giving them that quality help, whatever it may need to be, whether it's running scripts or practicing and role playing on each other or whatever it is that quality of service that I'm giving to that person, adding value to them. And not just a little bit, but quantity. I'm also doing it a lot. I'm really, really, especially in the beginning, moving in and giving them not only the quality, but the quantity of time that they need to become better, to really master this business and be successful. And then last but not least, it's the mental attitude that I have into this game. My mental attitude is always 1000% positive. I mean, hey, if something bad happened, hey, that's okay. Well, that's okay. You didn't get that person. We'll move on. We'll get the next one. So I got an excellent mental attitude. So I really believe, and this is how my paycheck is generated. And I truly believe this 1000%. So it's the quality of help that I'm giving, the quantity of help I'm giving to my new members, and my mental attitude. Those three things together is what drives my paycheck. And I agree with that 1000%. I mean, that's really, really what's happening.
I love it, Paul. That is so, so true. But you know what? The next one that you're going to talk about is absolutely one of my favorites.
Yeah, Cheryl, I know this is one you use in your own life too. And there's just, it's applied faith. So you can use this one in two ways. You can either, or it works in one of two ways. If you focus on things you don't want, you're going to get those things. Focus on things you do want, you're going to get those things. So, I always talk about CNN, stands for constant negative news. I mean, really all news is negative. So if you got CNN on in the background, it's just, you're going to be, constantly feeding your mind bad things. Mm-hmm. So you got to feed it good things, and I love the key thought in this chapter here. It says unsuccessful people only see the hole in the donut, and successful people see the hole. They know there's problems, but they also see the donut. Now, Cheryl, I know that you're the third type of person that only sees the donut.
Listen, I do only see the donut because I want to eat it.
It's a Krispy Kreme donut.
That's right. But I think that's so true, Paul. And I think that that's so important to see both, right? Because you will have both. You'll have some struggles and some hard times, which, by the way, as we've been going through this, that's what makes us stronger. That's what makes us better. I mean, that's just the way life is. And I think as soon as we say, hey, listen, I'm going to have some struggles. I'm going to have some problems. Things are going to happen. But guess what? I'm going to deal with it. And let's look at the donut. Let's look at the wonderful things that are happening. Let's be grateful for the struggles and the things that are going to make us better. I mean, it's taken me a long time, Paul, by the way, to be able to say that.
It's true, but Cheryl and I were talking before we did this Facebook Live here, and we really looked at Cheryl's life, and she's become so successful, and I love studying success. Like, how did Cheryl become this successful? I mean, there's so many women out there that want to achieve the kind of success that Cheryl has, and Cheryl has that definite purpose. Like, she's had that all along. She always has embraced this concept of the mastermind. She doesn't try to do it all herself. She knows she's got to surround herself with great people. So she's mastered that. She always in her life has gone the extra mile, and she's got a ton of stories to tell you about things you don't even know about Cheryl that she does all the time, about going the extra mile and how that's come back to reward her in life, and the applied faith that Cheryl has. There's no woman I know, or person I know for that matter, that has the applied faith that she has. And number 5, this one was built for Cheryl. I mean, the pleasing personality. I mean, there's nobody I've ever met that's got a more pleasing personality than Cheryl does. And Cheryl, I'm going to let you talk about pleasing personality.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And it's so funny. So a thought just came to my mind about personality. And you guys have to remind me at some point to tell you about looks and personality. Looks and personality, because there was a time in my life when I went to my dad and I told him something. I'm not going to tell you the whole story because I will tell this story at some point, but it's fascinating. It all comes back to this thinking. Think and grow rich. Whatever you think will happen, right? That's absolutely how it is. So, Paul, you have to remind me sometime to tell that story.
Oh, I will. Trust me.
Okay,
I got
great.
a couple stories I wrote down that, that we need to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. So pleasing personality, you guys, this will determine how successful you are at sales. Now think about that a minute. We talked about this Find a Fabulous event, our very first one, which was awesome. And thank you ladies for joining me. But you guys, think about this. Now, if you're married and you have a delightful spouse, think about you had to sell yourself to your spouse. You had to convince someone to spend the rest of their life with you. Okay. I was like, oh my gosh. So all of a sudden I'm like the best saleswoman in the world. But think about that. That's so true. And I never thought about it like that. Like, we are convincing people all the time. So we're selling all the time. Okay, you guys, ladies and men, do you have to sell yourself to your kids? Yeah, you sure do. You absolutely do. And what about selling yourself to others? Now, I love this because the way that I look at this is we don't really sell products. We don't really sell the business. We really sell ourselves. People join you. People don't join longevity. People join you. They join you because they know, like, and trust you in some way, right? That's the reason. That's what it has to do with, right? So, and the great thing is that we control the traits of our own personality. We control these traits. We control our mental attitude. You control, and this was kind of hard for me. The first time I heard this next one, I was like, what? It was interesting. But it's your flexibility that you have of your mental attitude. And I was like, the flexibility I have of my mental attitude? What on earth? Well, you guys, listen to this. This is crazy, Paul. Okay, this is what that means. When someone makes you really mad, you simply don't get mad. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I didn't even know I was supposed to be working with that. But gosh, how fascinating is that? So the minute I heard that, like when something bad happens, how do you react to that? Do you still have a pleasing personality? Do you let someone get under your skin? You guys, just hearing this, I had to think, so I immediately start thinking, oh, this happened this last week. This happened this last week. How did I react to it? I'll tell you, Paul, I got mad.
Right.
Who made me mad? No one. I allowed myself to have that feeling. Wow.
You didn't have the flexibility of your mental attitude.
Wow. Stop it. I've got to get the flexibility.
Yeah, it's a tough. This is a tough one for people to master. But by recognizing it, I guarantee you next time it's going to be a little better. And that's just the way this all works. It's a process. And what I will tell you is that if you don't have a pleasing personality, there's no way they're going to join longevity. I don't care how good the products are or how good the business is. If they think you don't have a pleasing personality or someone they want to hang out with or spend their time with, they're never going to join. So absolutely, this is an essential piece of the puzzle, and it's number 5. So number 6, this is the last one we're going to cover today, is self-discipline. So I'm all about Marines, self-discipline. This is my forte, this one here. And what we're talking about, self-discipline, we're really talking about 3 key things here. It's mastery of your thoughts. So all of us let bad things come in. Forget about watching the news or having negative things come at us. We do it on our own. We let seeds of doubt come in, and we may have some things, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, that we say to ourselves that oh, I can't lose weight, or I can't build a business. I can't find people. I'm, whatever negative things, I can't enroll anybody, whatever it is. You got to recognize those negative thoughts and replace them by positive ones. I was telling Cheryl, one of the things that I did, and we're going to do this all together, is really write out the thoughts you should be thinking. And Cheryl's like, wait, you think about your thoughts before you think them? And I'm like, yeah, you can really do that. And she was like, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, we're going to write out our thoughts. And then I actually recorded them all on my phone. There's a little app on my phone called Voice Recorder. So I recorded it on my phone. And then I play it back through my headphones while I'm working out in the morning. So I'm listening to the thoughts I want in my brain. And I always carry this CD with me. That's called, the special thing about this CD, it's called an RW, which means it's a rewritable one. So we can rewrite the program going on in our brains all the time. So we got to be self-disciplined on our thoughts. We got to be self-disciplined in our emotions. And Cheryl just touched on that. When something bad happens to you, you got to have enough control, self-discipline over your emotions to not want to hit back. And trust me, this is one that's super tough for me, because the first reaction I have is to punch them. I mean, it's it's just it's just how I've been wired, So I have to change that. I have to have discipline over that and to not punch the person. And then mastery over your actions. So we're in control of our actions. What we do, we all have 24 hours in a day.
No punch. No punching.
No punching. Yeah. So we gotta watch everything we're doing throughout the day. We gotta master our actions and not get off the yellow brick road and go into the poppy fields, right, Cheryl?
No, don't go into the poppy fields. You know what, Paul? Honestly, sometimes I think a lot of us are like, I just want to lay down in the poppy fields. So, and like I always say, if that happens and you've wandered over there, come on back. Get back on. That's okay. Just come back and let's get rejuvenated and renewed and get started down that path once again.
Absolutely. And we're going to go really in depth on this one when we go through this chapter. But hey, that's the first 6, Cheryl. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. And Paul, I have to give a quote. I'm like the quote gal.
Yeah, we can't end without a quote.
Okay, so here it is. And this is from Napoleon Hill. It really is. And I think this is so important and really fantastic. So listen to this. Do not wait. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. Paul, it has to be one of my all-time favorite quotes.
Where did you find that, Cheryl? That's absolutely perfect.
Hey, listen, I love it. And I think it describes every single one of us at one time or another. We're kind of waiting. We're like, gosh, hey, listen, I've done it. I promise you, I have waited and all of a sudden I'm like, no, let's go. No waiting. It's time to start. And you get these things in the back of your mind. You're not good enough, or you're not this, or you're not that, or we're waiting for the perfect time. And I love this, that it will never come. But as you get started with whatever you have, with whatever tools you have, I promise you that better tools will come along. I love it, Paul. I love it.
Not just better tools, but when you start applying these things and going,
yeah,
the universe just gives you things that you're like, how could that have happened? And Cheryl and I mean, we're going to tell you stories that are going to blow your mind away. You'll be like, there's no way that just happened. I mean, Cheryl and just the teacher for Cheryl really wanted to travel.
Quit it.
And she, do this homeschooling thing, but she had no idea how that's going to happen. This woman comes into her life out of the blue. Everything, like 10 things fall into place. And it's just the craziest story ever. I can't wait for her to tell everybody about it. It's just, and she's got like dozens of these. And I got dozens of them too, of how the universe and God is just amazing. But you got to go first. You got to start going and applying these things. And then the things start coming to you as you need them. So it's awesome, Cheryl. I love this book. I'm super excited. We're doing this now and sharing this message with everybody else.
Yep, I love it. You guys, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Remember, now is the time. Now is the time. There will never be a right time. Now is the time. to join us, to get started, and really, really, really come together with us and change your life. And more importantly, and I really believe this, it's the life of others that you can change. So we're excited.
Yeah, we're super excited. So hope everyone got some value out of this. Share this with your team, and we'll see you next Thursday in Star School. Bye, everybody.
Bye.